if you ever find yourself wanting to design something for social or like a presentation for school, PDF, something for work, this is really a great option for you. You don't need any kind of graphic design experience to use the program, and it is completely free for you. There are different paid options and versions. At the Mount, that's what we have. I have about maybe 27 people underneath me that all have access to the brand kit I created. That is a feature for the paid version, but I can put in my brand colors, fonts, logos, all those really cool things. So it is a fun, useful tool. So yeah, it lets everyone underneath me kind of have creative freedom, but also to stay within brand. I'm going to try and cover mostly everything, but there is so much in here. So I'm going to do my best. Okay, so when you first make your account and log in, this is the screen that you will see. I just need to adjust my Zoom thing.
So Kiki said that she's used IBIS Paint, and then Hannah asked, is Canva anything like Photoshop?
Yes and no. Photoshop, you kind of have more edit with the pictures and everything. This is kind of just like a layout design platform. In Photoshop, you can make transparent images like a PNG image for logos. You can do this in Canva, but you can't do it on the free version. You have to pay to do transparent images, if that makes sense. So it is somewhat similar, but not completely. And you'll see why as we get going. So this is the main dashboard right here. These are all different kind of category of templates that you can use. See, like presentations, they have social media tabs. And then they just show you the different ones that they have, videos, print products. You can do like business cards or mugs. You can even like make your own t-shirts if you wanted to do something like that. I know a lot of people are doing like online Etsy businesses now. So if you had a design, you could put on a t-shirt. Marketing, business cards again, flyer, posters, office. If you want to come up with another resume or a new resume, they have plenty of templates and options for you here. And then as we scroll down, you're going to see this section called Recent Designs. This is where all of my designs live in Canva, and also on this little side over here, you can access them. The one really great thing about Canva is that it's a cloud-based software. So you can be on any computer anywhere in the world and still access all of your designs. If you are interested in pursuing graphic design, like Photoshop and the different Adobe programs, you need to install those on your computer, and then you're kind of limited to that one computer. So that's why Canva is a good option for if you're just starting out or just want to do little things, nothing too crazy. But yeah, so as we scroll down, you're going to see the different templates that they have. And they kind of recommend templates to me based on previous ones I've done. So I do a lot of Instagram posts and then posters for like internal events for departments for the Mount. I'm going to scroll down so you can see all these different ones. Then you can also scroll. They have so many different options if you click into it. Oh, no, that's not really doing anything. I'll go back. So yeah, so I'm going to click on one, and we're going to, give me 1 second. We're going to see some designs that someone has sent me, and then I want to ask you guys what you like and what you don't like about this design and why you think it doesn't work. So these are two designs that have been sent to me. And usually they send them to me, I'll tweak them, I'll make them on our brand and everything to be ready to go. But these are the beginning. So yeah, so I mean, things that I noticed first is that these all seem like they are very close in size text. You can't really see the hierarchy. You can't really, your eye doesn't really focus on one thing. This is really small. You can't really see that too much either. I'll scroll in a little bit, but seems a little flat.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, keep going.
Kyra says the reward font is big so that it is one of the first things that you see. And Isabel says they're not very eye-catching.
Yes. Okay. Good observations. They're not very eye-catching at all. So as my job, that's kind of to take it and to make it more eye-catching and, you know, So it's very easy to use and very easy to do. I am going to redo one of these. So if you guys want to comment which one you would rather me do over or whichever. If not, I can just choose one and we can go.
Michael said, I like the text, but on the screen it's kind of hard to read. So if you try to put it on a website, so maybe they could change it to be good to see on a screen.
Yeah. I'm not seeing anything on my end. I'll just go into this one if everyone's okay with it, unless anyone else had a different opinion. So Canva is very user-friendly. I think, as I said before, I'm going to change this background. I don't really like the green. I'm going to come over and pick a gray for now. The first thing I want to show you is photos. So Canva, with your free subscription, you can get a full library of stock photos, and you can search for virtually anything that you want. So what is this, newspaper? You type it in and it'll populate different things for us to use for newspaper. One thing to note is that there are paid version photos as well. So if you look here, let's find one. This Pro with the crown, that means you have to pay for that photo or be a subscriber. But there are so many free ones to use. You really don't need to if you don't want to. You'll definitely find something that will suit your need. But photos, you can search for anything you want. These are just what's trending right now on the homepage. Or if you want your own photo, you can upload it in the Uploads tab. So once you choose one, I'm not going to choose one for this yet. There's different things I want to use in Elements with you guys. So in Elements, this is also a really cool tab over here. If you want to use a photo, so I'm going to put in a frame. Oops. You can drag it, kind of center it with those lines if you see that. I'm going to come in here and just take one of those newspaper pictures for now, just to show you. Once you have it selected, you have all these different options for your pictures as well. So kind of like Instagram, they have pre-made, what's it called, filters for you to use. You can kind of play with the intensity if you wanted. They have black and white, all different fun ones. Or if you had a photo of your own, you can adjust it in here. Brightness, contrast. They have color tints, some blur. But I don't want any of that either. And then you can crop images as well. Oops. Things like this. And then also you can flip horizontal. I know you can't really tell that much. This is a symmetrical frame, but you can flip it all over however you want it. And then I'm just going to come over here and undo because I don't want to do any of those things. And I'm actually going to delete this because that's not what I'm looking for either. In here, in Elements, they have all different kinds of shapes for you to use. Just going to show you some of these. They have different stickers if you want any moving graphics for your Instagram stories or something. I know they have a tab on there, but if you want to create your own, you want something that they don't have, it's a great option. Charts, if you're doing any kind of statistics for like a presentation, they have bar graphs, pie charts, line graphs. You just click on one, it populates on the page, and then you can edit it from there. The colors, the number of graphs, those things. They also have photo grids. If you wanted a photo as the background or multiple photos, you can just click on one of these. They populate on the page, and then you can edit it from there. Other things they also have is different elements, and similar to how the templates are catered to the time of year, they'll cater the elements there too. So these are all the popular ones, like flowers. They even have coronavirus elements, which I think are a little funny, but. So for this one, since we're talking about a newspaper, right, I'm going to come up here and search for paper. And then these are all different kind of like ripped pieces of papers. I like this look. I think it's kind of fun, different. So I'm going to choose this one. Oops, and again, I'm on the wrong page. I'm kind of put the shape up, maybe twist it a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to pull and grab a shape. Going to change this color. Okay, next is the text tab. So once you click on a text that you want, here. Okay, so if you come up here, Canva also uploads a ton of different fonts for you to use. So these are all my uploaded ones for our brand, but these are all different ones that they have. I'll zoom in a little bit so you can see. You can search by classification. So if you want a script font, all you have to do is type in script and it will populate all the different script ones for you. There's so many different options. Yeah, you can keep searching by classification, or if you wanted something like, the other day I actually saw a scary one. You can just type in scary and it comes up with all the different fonts that match that word. I thought it was kind of fun. Then they also have handwritten ones that they recommend. So yeah, so for this, I'm just gonna stick with one of our fonts because it's for the mount. So let's go over here and I'm going to change the color too. So with the color tab, they have default colors, but then you can also choose your own custom color up here. If you are working for a brand or if you have a certain hex number that you'd like to use, you can always insert it right in here. But for today, I'm just going to use our blue. And you can like shrink the text. You can change it up here, the size. You can go plus, minus, however you want to do it. Totally fine. You can underline it, caps lock everything, left align, right align. You can do bullet points, lists, effects. They have different drop shadows, a neon. You can make it arched if you wanted to, but I don't want any of those right now. Okay, so now that we have this so far, it's already a little bit more visually pleasing than the other one, if you notice. Just a little bit more, this kind of pops out more to you. The black and green, it's okay. I'm not gonna say it's terrible, but I'm gonna come over here and copy this text. You can copy and paste between artboards, but that's not the text that I want. And if anyone has any questions, feel free to put them in the chat if I'm going too fast or. As you can see these lines, it kind of lines up together, or you can press multiple different objects and you come in here and it aligns everything for you. I can have them spaced equally between if I wanted to. And also over here, they do have text combinations for you already with effects on them. So you don't really have to do much heavy lifting with this. You can just click one and you can change the color, the font, you can do whatever you want, but it keeps the same effects in place. So you don't have to play around and figure that out on your own. I'm going to come back up here. I'm going to go to lines now to kind of separate the elements, give this hierarchy, change the weight. You can also change the color of them if you wanted to. I can make it dashed or dotted. You can put arrows on the end. Oops, I'm going to keep it like this for now. And I'm going to select them all. Cool. This too, I'm also going to put an effect on it for different elements and pictures. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. You can put on different colors or features and effects. You do a color mixer. This one's a rainbow. This one doesn't really work that well on this graphic because it's a transparent graphic. But if you had any kind of image, it would work well. Let's get out of that. Oops. There we go. But I do want to put a drop shadow on this. So I'm going to go down to shadows. So that's a drop shadow. This one's the angled one. Kind of like the angled one. We'll leave it like that. give it some more dimension, increase it a little bit. And then the last thing here is this right here. This is the call to action. Kind of gets lost with everything else. You want your call to action to be in your face almost, like, so you can see it. It's a little thing. So I'm going to make one that I normally do for the mount. I'm going to grab a circle. I'm going to pull it over here. I'm going to zoom in. And then I'm going to change this white, and I'm going to put the transparency down. So this is a really fun tool you can use. If you ever have a picture as the background and you want to put text over it, transparency is a good way so you can read your text so it doesn't get lost in the photo. Just watch what I'm doing. And then I'm going to select all three of these, and I'm going to position them center and middle. And then I'm going to group these items. I'll say, oops, I had this one connected too. All right, so deselect the ones I don't want. Then I'm going to group the ones that I did want. Change this. So group is really cool because when you do use templates, most of their elements are grouped together. It's so things like this won't get mixed around. There's 3 circles, so it's easy to kind of click one that you don't want. So grouping it just makes it easier to move and to manage. So I'm going to group it like that. And then I'm going to grab some text up here. Was it apply today? I think it was. Yeah. Drag that over, kind of position it however I want it to be. Cool. And just like that, we kind of already have, I mean, it could be tweaked a little bit more, but I think you would understand that we already have a more visually pleasing design than this one. Does anyone want to say anything that they like about this or that they don't like or that they want me to change? If not, no worries. Let me check my chat.
Rodney says change font for apply today.
Change the font. Okay. What font? Okay, let's see. We could do like a script maybe. I don't know if that would read well. It's kind of fun. I think I have all caps though. Is there a certain kind of font you want me to look up at all that I can show you? A little hard to read.
He said, nope, it looks great.
Cool. Thank you. Quick, easy one. Okay, so now that we went over text, if you guys have any questions, please let me know. There's so many things going on that you can be working on this for so long if you really wanted to. Okay, so next we can go to the other tabs if you want. I'm just gonna tab down. So these right here, you can add a new page, blank page, you can delete a page, or you can completely duplicate a page. So it does the same exact design, but if say I'm doing one for $1,000 instead of 500, you could do something like that. It's easy, quick way to edit some things sometimes. They also have stock videos for you guys to use. Again, there are different pro options and free versions, but just always look out for the free little tab right there or the pro crown. So I'm just going to click on this one. I'm going to basically just pull the sides. I want to cover the entire frame. And then from here, you can also double click and move. You can crop the image. So I'm just going to have it be the dog. This kind of looks like it'd be like for Valentine's Day or something. Play that. They have audio. So again, free and pro versions, but you can put audio to your videos and then you can download it all together. You can put text on top of videos or like Valentine's Day. Oop. And if you spell something wrong, you can just spell check like anything else. Oop, dat. Oh, goodness. You can put elements on top of it. You can do all different kinds of things. But yeah, so videos can be fun, but I don't really use them too much. But so next is backgrounds on these tabs. If you don't want a picture or just a plain color for your background, they have all different options for you. There are like food options or oh, I thought these are raspberries, but they look a little different. Walnuts, they have different textures in here. Flowers for like spring, nature. Oops. So many fun things for you to use. And then again, they also have templates up here. So we can design this one and make it into a template design. So I'm going to search through, what is it, Barnes & Noble Scholarship. So I can search like book or something to see if any of these we like. I'm kind of liking this one. Here, let's rank. So this is a really fun template that we can use. We can put this into here. So I'm going to do that by Barnes & Noble Scholarship. I'll put title right here. But I want it to fit on here, so I'm going to just adjust a little bit. Cool. What else do they have? Award of $1,000. I'm going to adjust this. That's cool. There we go. I'm going to change this picture out to show you. So, newspaper again, no. Scholarship, maybe. And just drag and drop in there if we wanted to. That works, but I can't really see this now. So I can either come in here and I can put a color mixer on top of it, or I could also do a tint if I wanted to. I might do a blue tint, and then on here, I'm going to do an effect. Play around with that. The text in the back is kind of affecting that, so I'm going to change that photo again. Oh, those are my photos. Some of my dogs. Something like this could work. Still a little hard to read. We can put down the transparency a little bit if that helps. Just little things like this. You can really like customize these for yourself. Kind of go over to this. Just going to copy and paste. Then I'm going to bring everything else up. This looks a little squished down here, so I'm going to bring it up. I really like using templates for quick and easy design sometimes. Sometimes it can be hard, or if you don't have the time to sit down and really create, it's a really good use of time managing what you need to do. And yeah, I mean, you can just edit it and create it to however you want from here. To download things, you just have to come over here to the download button. You would download anything else like you would on your computer. Mine will just go right to my Chrome, so I can just download something. And you can see it like that. You can also, yep, there we go. And then I'll just drag to my desktop normally. And then you can also post directly to your social media posts, or I mean pages or platforms, whichever. They do like Instagram. I know they have Facebook. I'm not too familiar with all the ones that they have, but I'm sure any of them. Pinterest, Tumblr, if anyone even uses Tumblr anymore. You can also print things if you want to put them on t-shirts, mugs again, if you want to get your own postcards, stickers. So it's a really fun thing you can do. You can also share your templates or designs with your friends. If maybe a few of you have Canva, you could take your link and just send it to them and they can use your design as a template or rework it. However, it's a really fun thing that you can do. You can also change the title of your design. Scholarship social posts. But yeah, okay. I mean, we can go back to the home page and see from here. I can show you the different things that you can use. Resumes are really cool. You can just, they have so many to choose from, and then you can personally customize it to yourself. So all I have to do is kind of look through. Let's see, any that I like. And then it just populates on the screen for you. If you don't like the way this is, you can just kind of select it all and resize how you want it. Cool, and then from here, you would just change the colors to whatever it is that you want to do. You could change the fonts here. See, this is a grouped item because it's a template, so you can ungroup it. You can put in whichever you want. You can resize things. Your about me, education, everything. So these are really fun and useful if you need them. They didn't have anything like this when I needed them, but presentations. You can kind of click whichever ones you want. So they have multiple. So this is the one I just chose, and within it, they have 15 different pages that you can use within this one presentation. And you can kind of mix and match. You can go to different templates and you can pull different ones from different templates and reuse them. And then within here, you can obviously just completely customize it on your own.
Riley said, "This looks so pleasing to the eyes."
This template or just designing?
I think they might have meant designing, but I'm hoping they clarify.
I've heard a lot of times people say it's very fun to watch me do this on the computer. I don't know, they might have some on YouTube. I know that they have different YouTube tutorials on Canva, that's all the different things you can do. I've also seen different like tricks and hints on TikTok. So now that you're in it, maybe it will show up for you. But I would just like come in here and I would just kind of edit to whichever I want it to be, like your photos. Students graduating. Maybe some of you are graduating this year. Yeah, there's really so many different things. And then you can also animate them, kind of like PowerPoint. All you have to do is come in here and you can choose which ones. I think that's a fun one. Do different ones for each one. Templates are definitely an easier way to achieve that. But yeah, I'm just going to come in and kind of just change all the colors to how I like it, so it all looks nice and cohesive. And yeah, and then you can also adjust the time of the transition. If you really wanted a really long transition, you're trying to waste some time in your own presentation, maybe put it up to like 7 seconds rather than 5 seconds. I don't know, all those little things. And then at the end, you can actually present straight from Canva. So, oh, I don't know if I can present. Oh, there we go. Don't know if it would let me on Zoom, but basically spacebar, kind of similar how PowerPoint does it, goes through for you. I didn't put a transition on this slide, but yeah, so that's basically it that I was going to cover with all of you. If you have any more questions or any other thoughts, comments, anything you want to see, now would be the time to do so. I think we're kind of coming up near the end.
Yeah.
As you can see now, those last 2 designs that I just did with you, all of you, is now populating right in here. So the next time I came in, if I need to go back in and really click it quickly, it would bring it right there to me. It's really fun. I love how they change it for each season or holiday. It's just a really great inspo sometimes to just like look through. I don't know about any of you, but during COVID, I've had a lot of creative blocks being from home. So Canva definitely was a good tool to use for some social posts, some little things that I just didn't really want to like spend too much time on or think about. Like I love all of these. They're very pretty and fun. Yeah. Stories, Instagram stories. We do these a lot, and these one actually have all the moving graphics for you to do. That's just like any kind of other way you download this there as or an MP4 video, which you can also just upload to your story, I believe, the same way.
Hannah asked, do you prefer this over Adobe software?
No, yes and no. So the Adobe software gives you so much more that you can do with these. This is a great tool for small products, or if you are just new and introing to design, it's a good way to see if you like it rather than getting a subscription to the Adobe programs because they are really expensive. I love design, so obviously I have all the design programs here, but they are not as user-friendly. You definitely need to learn and educate yourself on them to use them. But so this is all in one. I can make transparent pictures with the pro version, but I can't do that in InDesign or Illustrator. Well, Illustrator I can, but you kind of have to flip-flop between the programs to do multiple different things. And it really just depends on what you're designing, I guess. I'm sorry, I don't know if that completely answered your question. These are all different logos that they have that you can kind of take or reuse.
Yeah, I actually did a lot of graphic design when I was in high school, so this is really cool.
Yeah, I wish they had something like this. I mean, I think it came out while I was still in high school, but I had no idea this was a thing until a few years ago. It would have been really helpful with like presentations and stuff instead of using, I think I used like Prezi a lot, which was kind of annoying and not very user-friendly. But this definitely was, Canva is really fun to use. I know a lot of people who aren't design savvy love to come in here and just play around. The more you do it, the better you get at it. The more you can like find what's there, like different design elements, like the different effects and animations. And they're coming up with new features. I swear to God, every week. So every time I come in here, there's a new feature or a new thing. A year ago, they had no shadows and now they have drop shadows. Super, super cool and helpful. I like this. I've been seeing these a lot lately on social media, kind of like the reminder text from your phone and people just filling them in. But I also like this background, very calming.
Apparently, Hannah and Riley are both in graph communication shop at LHS, which I think is Leominster
Nice.
High School.
Yes, that's awesome that they have that. I went to Oakmont, so I did take graphic design, and it was just an intro to the program. That's really where I fell in love with it, and from there I continued. And I do love design. The one thing is it's constantly changing, so keeping up on design trends and just the programs and all the features, it's hard to do, but if you do it, you will definitely succeed and be a great designer. So yeah, so I don't know if anyone else. Also, I don't know if I went over this. You can create custom designs. I'm not sure if I said this in the beginning, but if you're ever looking for a template, you can search anything. What have I done? You can search by topic. So I did dog. You can search by topics and it will just show you whichever topics that they have in whatever format they have, or you can search by like Instagram. And then it will show you the different things that they can do for that platform, which is really cool. Or here, let's just do I and see what they call invitations. iOS home screen. So if you wanted to make your own phone background, Etsy shop icon. But yeah, if you, for some reason, you can't find whatever it is you want to make template, you can create your own custom size. And based on pixels, inches, millimeters, centimeters. So you can do anything on here. But yeah, so I mean, I'm going to delete some of these tabs. Come back over here. Yep, this is a fun one. I did something similar to this a while ago. Another cool feature is up here, you can copy styles. So I have, this is a sans serif font. I'm going to copy this and do it this, and it comes up with the same exact size, style, all the attributes you have on this one will also show up on this one. So it can be useful sometimes. Let me see if there's any other ones. Transparency again. Don't overlook this tool because it's very useful. You can also lock objects if, say you're making a template or sending to someone and you don't want them to mess with this. A lot of times I'll lock the elements so the non-designers don't move everything around and kind of mess up the layout or flow.
So Chelsea has a question.
Sure.
It's, can you go to college for graphics?
Yes, absolutely. So I went to Westfield State and I went under fine arts and I concentrated in graphic design. I would definitely check out multiple schools because each school kind of has their own like way of doing it. So I went the fine art way because I love to draw and paint, but you can go like the technology way and just do it all technical computer skills. So there's different, it's just basically on your own opinion and decision of how you want to go, but so many schools offer design. The Mount actually offers a 2-year program for graphic and interactive design. If you were interested in taking a course even, you could probably do that. I think Fitchburg State has design. I'm not completely sure.
They do.
Yeah, a lot of places do. But yeah.
Sorry, I only answered that because I go to Fitchburg State currently.
Yeah, no worries. You would know better than I would then. But yeah.
Thank you guys so much for joining us today. I just wanted to give a special thanks to our speaker, Haley Case. You did a fantastic job with your session and helping the students with whatever questions that they had. It looks like it's about to be 1:45, so if you guys don't have any more questions, you can head on over to back to the main stage for the closing session. Thank you guys all so much for coming in.
Thank you, everyone. Thanks for having me.